Let's take a look into the tool we created. Here we are on our landing page. By going on the top left in the toolbar, we can see our information architecture. Here we see the different sections of our tool. The first one is Word, second one is Sentences, then we have Schemes, Video, and Stories. We will take a look into each one of them separately, but let's start with Words. In this section, we are targeting hearing, articulation, and depending on the type of word, different kinds of intelligences. The words are created randomly each time, and in this specific quiz, this collection was created in collaboration with the Cochlear Implant Center of the HEPA University Hospital of Thessaloniki. Furthermore, each word is accompanied by an image. These images are created by using generative AI technologies, and in this case, Stable Diffusion. Normally, we can tap on a word and hear it, and this one, for example,
Φλούδα.
After we heard it, we can record ourselves trying to say the same word. Φλούδα. Now that I recorded the word, I can listen to myself say the word. Φλούδα. And now I can compare it.
Φλούδα.
The word that is spoken, in this case, is done by using Web Audio API and its text-to-speech technologies. Here we can explore a bit some other images, like this one, and try to listen to it again.
Βάρκα.
Now moving on to the next section, we have sentences. Here, like in the previous section, we're targeting hearing, articulation, and intelligence depending on the type. The difference here is that the level is higher and the age group this is targeted for is also higher, for people who have the ability to do more complex mental reasoning. Like in the section before, we have multiple sentences, and by tapping on one of them, we can hear it and do the same process.
Ο σκύλος και ο λύκος.
Moving on to the next section, we have schemes. Schemes are meant to be used as a stress test for articulation and hearing. We're showing different kinds of figure of speech with a description for what each one of them is and how it's used. The process is the same like in the previous sections, and we can hear them and record ourselves saying this.
Παίρνει τον κατήφορο, την άκρη το ποτάμι.
Now, let's move to our fourth section, video. In this section, we target hearing and musical intelligence via rhythm. The age group here is the pre-operational, and that's between 2 and 7 years old. We chose a kids' song, and in collaboration with the theatrical team of the city, using performing arts and gestures, we indicate when a beat occurs. The goal here is to hit the space button whenever we hear the beat, and I'm going to showcase that now. There are multiple places where this beat occurs in the video, and the kids have to hit the spacebar whenever they hear it. After they're done playing the video, we can see some results. We see different graphs which are showcasing the deviation of the actual beat and when they actually hit the button. Moving on to our last section, we have stories. In this section, we're targeting imagination and articulation, and it resembles an interactive game where the challenge is to create a story out of 3 random generated images using generative AI. When the user comes up with a story, they can record it and they can later share it with their doctors or therapists or listen to it themselves. They can also create a new story by hitting the new story button, where they will get a new set of images.